Kidoki, my question. Okay, how do you think the way that you were raised and the life experience you have and the way I was raised and the life experience I have impacted our relationship as mother and daughter?
So, how I was raised by my mom
Yeah.
versus how I raised you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's the things that you have experienced along your life's path and the things I've experienced around my formative years.
Okay, so when, as I've shared with you, I was a very, very independent little girl. I had a 5-year plan from I was 5 years old. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I had on a 5-year plan, and I've been having 5-year plans. I've been very focused. I'm not saying that's the way that a child should be, because even last year, I was talking to my therapist, and she told me that I need to stop making plans. I need to stop making plans for my life, you know. I live off plans. So my parents didn't really need to parent me much, like in terms of, study a book, brush your teeth, all that, because those things just came very automatic to me. And so my parents were just very supportive of everything I was doing, because I wanted to do everything. Like, I passed for high school. I thought the high school was too much fluff. I told my mother I wanted to go to a high school where they were more serious about schoolwork. She said, okay, which high school do you want to go? I said, okay, I want to go to Knox. So from second form to third form, I changed school. I asked my mother, and she was like, okay. And she trusted my questions and my decision, because she saw how motivated I was just to be and get ahead. And I always wanted to be a doctor, and I was very focused. Even as a if your Auntie Elaine was telling me the other day that as a child I was intimidating as a child, and I didn't think I was intimidated. I was just in my own world. So when I'm growing you up now, and it's different, because I remember, like, didn't have to be told to do nothing. But then I'm growing you up, and I have to tell you to do everything. And that is confusing the hell out of me. I'm like, wait a minute. Aren't people supposed to grow up and know that they're to do this, they're to do that, da, 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 da? So some of the frustrations that, I've had is in early days was just from just not knowing what's going on. Like, the naivety of me, like this, sometimes I think about it as stupidity, because sometimes I'm just too much in my own world. And you've said that to me, like, Mom, you're just in your own world. And so I've been working on being more empathetic, being more understanding, because I really enjoy being in my own world, like, I'm safe there, I make all the laws and the rules, but it just has been different. And the way my mother grew me up, just said she didn't have to do much. I realized that it's different. Like, I have to be different with you. I have to do a lot more, guide a lot more, say a lot more, tell you to do this, do even the things that I think you should know. I realize that I have to be telling you to do it. Like, I don't want to. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't want to be behind you telling you stuff. Like, I wish you were, like, just getting along with life. I wish you were just taking care of shit. But I'm like, constantly have to be, you have to do this, you have to pay for your ticket, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I'm like, but these are things that have to do with you. So, and I don't want to. I'm going to be honest. It's not that I don't want to be your mother, but I don't want to be talking to you so much.
I think my mom needs to work on letting things go.
Which mom, me?
Yeah.
Things like what?
Like, I will, let's say, example, I broke her phone by accident when I was 10. Let's say I did that.
You did? No, you never did that. Oh, hypothetically speaking.
To this day, she will still bring it up if it impacts her in a certain way. And she be like, it's just like when you broke my phone when you were 10. It's the same shit happening all over again. Why can't you be different? Why can't you just change?
I've never asked you that. I've never asked you that.
I'm saying hypothetically.
I ask you.
I'm saying hypothetically.
Yeah.
Sometimes when something just rides her a certain way, she just can't let it go.
But I tell you, if you repeat the same thing, then I have to have some historical
It won't be a
reference.
repeat. Like, let's say, I study psychology, okay? I know certain things, and I study psychology to understand my lovely mother.
Oh, that's not
a
good.
bit better.
You need to study psychology to understand the world.
I do. I have a passion, but that's not right now. Stay on task.
I feel like though,
Yeah.
we just need to have a self-assuredness of who we want, who we are, who we want to be. I don't think we will ever understand each other because you steadfastly want to remain who you think you are, and I steadfastly want to remain in my lane. But I think what we're doing more of is giving each other grace just to be who we are. And I think that's all we can do, really.
Communication is key, and we don't really do that a lot. It's more like, yeah, it just needs to be done a bit more.
Communication?
Yeah. Proper.
I was about to say we communicate, we over communicate.
No, I think it's more me shutting down and over the conversation and no longer participating, and me quiet, not participating. Because if I start saying something, it's gonna be and then she's shouting, I'm shouting. My dad comes in the picture and he's upset. Like, he's like, why are you guys shouting so loud? I can't sleep, I can't watch my game.
Why you
always
shouting
his
over my
game.
soccer game?
He
Why
gets
you all
so mad
disturbing
at
my
that.
soccer game?
Like, he'll pause the shot and he'll be like,
I know. But you know, I think it gets better as you get older. And that's all we can hope for, right?
yeah, just
All right.
look at the bigger
Take
picture.
it one day at a time. Okay. All right, cool.
I feel like instead of doing a podcast or episodes, we're doing therapy.
Therapy. And you know, we're saying everything that we have said to each other.
Chad would be so proud.